I am gonna share with you a quote that I read from a light worker, and the reason I'm going to discuss this quote now is because there are a lot of light workers present in reality right now, and indigo children and crystal children, and lots of people who believe themselves to be the Messiah or some kind of heroic figure that is supposed to save the world through means of spiritual enlightenment or empowerment or energetic vibrational frequency stuff. And the quote goes as following: all the problems started in the physical, and maybe you didn't know this, but I learned this spiritual lesson. No problem can be solved at the same level that started it. In other words, since it was started physically, we cannot fix it physically. That's why the light workers and indigos came here, me being one. We know we need spiritual intervention. Okay, so actually the big question with this quote is, did the problems in fact start in the physical? That's the important question, because with the problems, obviously, that means starvation, poverty, exploitation of nature, animal slaughter, mass animal slaughter, animal abuse, child abuse, rape, fracking, what else is there? Any form of exploitation, and blah blah blah. The list goes on. So those are the problems that we are facing right now. And this person is saying that those problems started in the physical and they can't be solved at a physical level. That means that basically they're saying an equal money system, for instance, won't help or won't fix the problems because that's too physical. No. The problem can only be solved at a spiritual level. That means basically sitting on your ass and meditating and sending out energetic vibrations of love to the rest of the world without really practically doing anything, because the problem started physical, so they have to be solved spiritually, because you can't solve a problem in the same level that started it, which is true. You can't. It's our mentality that caused the problems that we're facing today. So obviously, we wouldn't be able to fix the problems that we've created through and with the same mentality, because it's the mentality that's the problem. The fact that we have no respect for nature and no respect for life, no respect for each other, no respect for anything, really, besides our personal interests. So, to answer that, or to dig into that question of, did the problems in fact start in the physical? No. If we were really ever a physical being, then we would have respect for the physical. If we were ever really one and equal with the physical, standing as the physical, obviously we would have respect for ourselves as the physical. We would have respect for nature, but we do not. We never have. That's why we're facing the consequences of our disrespect throughout time for nature. So, where did the problem start? Is in the spiritual world. Actually, the problem started with humanity wanting to be spiritual, wanting to be more than the physical, existing as the Holy Spirit, existing within, searching for the Holy Spirit, existing within all sorts of religions, belief systems, ideas, the mental plane, the emotional plane, the ethereal plane, the multidimensional plane, the afterlife, every form that you can think of that isn't just physical. The human being wanted to be more. It wanted to be special and important and unique, a child of God. So that's where the problem started. that the human being didn't just want to stand here as a physical being in the physical reality, moving as one with the physical, one and equal, taking care of itself as the physical, being a part of the physical reality that is here. Like nature is a part of nature, and the animal kingdom is a part of nature, and every single life form has its role to play in this system of nature, where every part supports the whole, except for the human. The human being has always seen itself as above and special and unique, as not a part of nature, thus not willing to cooperate, not willing to work together. So then what are indigo children, what are crystal children, and what is this whole deal with spirituality and new age stuff that's coming up is basically an upgrade. It's an upgrade in the human, the evolution of the human mind, where the human mind, in its desire to be special, has basically taken a quantum leap in its self-interest, like a deeper cycle of self-interest, where the human is now the ultimate consumer, the ultimate ego, the ultimate, a god within itself, wherein the human has completely become obsessed with itself, become obsessed with its apparent glorious inner beingness, where you have the indigo crystal children and the whole spiritual thing going on with all those celebrities and people in this world professing love and light, and everything is love and light and spiritual awareness, blah blah blah. That's really just the human being completely consumed by its inner light, as like the inner specialness, in complete separation of the physical reality, where now, we're at a stage where we actually even believe that the physical world isn't real. How many times haven't we heard from these spiritual people that it's all not real, it's all an illusion, it's all just a thought? That's what they're saying. So we're at that point now where we don't even realize anymore that the physical reality is in fact a reality, is in fact here. That's brainwashing, that's human evolution. That's where we've come to, where we plain deny the fucking evidence of what is actually real, and where we now go and believe that in some way our inner resonant energetic experience has any influence on the physical world, because we truly believe that our inner resonant experience of energy, of love and light, and whatever you want to call it, has power and is all powerful and mighty and is God. Talk about arrogance. That's just arrogant, because do we even know where we come from? Do we even know how this physical world was created in the first place? We do not, in any way whatsoever. Are we actually aware of what has been going on in this world, who we are as life, who we are as human beings? What is the human mind in fact? We don't know anything, and yet we go and take this inner energetic experience and completely glorify it to be more than what is actually here as the physical world, which can be measured and is proven to be actually real, as your physical body that you've been born into since when you were a child. So in fact, this quote is the other way around. It's supposed to be the other way around. The light workers and the indigos are not here to save the planet or to intervene in any substantial way. They're only here because that is simply the next phase of human evolution. That is simply the upgrade in the human mind, as the self-interest, as the absolute blindness of humanity. because, that's evolution. That's what happens. No, there is not suddenly a spiritual intervention. How can we how can we expect that even to simply happen? Like all of a sudden it's like, oh, we fucked up big time, but here is our spiritual intervention. Oh, we're all saved. We don't have to actually look at the past anymore. We don't have to actually solve our problems anymore. We don't have to actually look within ourselves and realize that we messed up. It's all going to be fine now with love and light and energy. I mean, that's just a cop out, basically. So, the reality is that the problems in this world can only be fixed through the physical and within the physical, through actually getting our ass back to earth and standing with our 2 feet on the ground, moving ourselves, in fact, as one, creating a world that is best for all living beings on this planet. Because the spiritual being, the spiritual person in their mind will not care about the physical, because according to the spiritual person, the physical is like the lower density. It's in fact not real. So why would a spiritual person care about what's going on in the physical reality? Why would a spiritual person care about starvation? I mean, it's not real, right? According to spirituality, starvation is just a thought. It's only real if you believe in it. So that's quite a lie, actually, and that's just deception, a deceptive statement, and this person has obviously not in any way investigated reality and investigated how things really work, and whether or not what they're saying is in fact practical or has anything to do with reality, or is it just mind bullshit where they try to glorify themselves and glorify their inner beingness into believing themselves to be in some way special and unique and important. Because isn't that what spirituality is all about? Just the individual wanting to feel special and important. So consider those points, and if you're actually interested in getting to know what is in fact real and stopping the bullshit, then I suggest to check out the Destiny website. Thanks.